Hello. Hello, hello. Let me adjust my microphone so I'm not yelling at you. Hey everyone, Monique here, Silver Paw Studio. Welcome to the green room. Every month ish, we have a live Q&A here with me. You can ask pet photography questions, whether it's about actual photography or gear or marketing or business, any of those things. I did put marketing in the title here just because that's been like a big focus of mine for a while now, and wanted to talk to you a little bit about marketing today. But feel free to type in whatever questions you've been holding back, and we can talk about that today. I've got my water, I've got my tea, I've got my notebooks, we've got it all. I've got my shawl in case it gets chilly. Hey, Heather. Heather's here. Hi. How's it going there, Heather? Welcome, welcome. Uh, if you saw the post, this is the last live stream of 2021, and we'll start them back up probably January of next year. There won't be any Q&A lives in December. And it's interesting while we're waiting for people to kind of filter in. Last year, I don't know if you were all here last year, but I posted a video every single day in December of 2020. Every day. So it could have been a YouTube short, it could have been a quick tip, it could have been my regular Friday video or a live stream. I was live streaming every Monday. So I live streamed or put some kind of video on YouTube every single day last December, and I decided to do completely the opposite of that this year, which means I won't be working very much at all in December. YouTube included, but that's okay. I'm still going to have videos. I've got Katie, my editor, on board, and we're pre-doing as much as we can. Morgan, when should I invest in business cards? Immediately. As soon as you have your contact information, right away. Yeah. So if you've got your website, email, phone number, picture of you, some samples of your work, I'd suggest double-sided cards. Put them out there. You can get a box of like 50 or 100. Then if you decide, meh, I want to change the pictures, you haven't made that many. So it's very small investment, but definitely you always want to keep some business cards with you, like on you, in your bag, in your purse, wherever. It sounds kind of old school, but I still think business cards, and I love the idea of putting a QR code on them now too, that will lead right wherever you want them to go. Typically in the beginning, it's your website. Lisa, hello, welcome. Yeah. So I've got my tea here. It is peppermint, so it probably has some caffeine. Not that I need it at 3 p.m., but whatever. I'm living on the edge. This is what living on the edge looks like. I cleaned up my office for you. You're welcome. Oh my gosh. Heather, how's it going? I have my business plan approved. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So now I'm making a couple of funding applications and I'm starting building the business and portfolio. Oh, Heather, can I ask what you plan on putting the funding towards? Gear, a studio samples, website, pretty much everything. What are you investing in immediately for your business? I'm excited because I know you've already started the ball rolling. So this sounds like it's the official kind of business launch. So that's exciting. So I was saying that I'm taking December off for the most part from my business as well. And I'm preloading as much as I can in November that will air and kind of trickle out during December, but I just won't have as much hands-on. And I'm going to kick off the first week at my BFF's house in North Carolina for her birthday weekend. Yes, I'm very excited about that. But don't you worry, I have a whole list of videos that are getting made and edited for you here on YouTube, so you won't miss a Friday. So don't worry about that. And I'll pop into the Facebook group sometimes. Lisa, I'm working on a plan for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday. I know it's like one long weekend now. Thinking of adding an acrylic block for those who book a session and sign a contract by a certain date. Awesome. Yeah, I say try whatever. If that's what you want to try, Try it. um, acrylic blocks depends on what your cost is, right? So have you built that cost into your session fee to just like, meh, I'd be happy. Think of it this way. If people bought it, Lisa, and all they got was a session in the acrylic block, would you be happy with that? And so then if the answer is yes, then, go for it. I think acrylic blocks are really pretty. People in my area tend to like the canvases more. I've tried to sell metal shiny prints, and I don't know if it's a Colorado thing, but I tell you, I haven't tried in a while. And I personally am kind of liking acrylic these days. So it could be something people in your area really like. It's very different than what they can just go down to Walgreens or somewhere to get. So that's pretty nice. If your cost of goods isn't high, I would get a sample and photograph it as soon as possible so you can show that. So, good idea to be thinking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday kind of weekend deals coming up. That's only, wait, is that next week? I want to say it's a week and a half away. It's really coming up. And I'm not sure yet if I'm going to do a Black Friday. I don't think so. In the past, the simplest Black Friday deal I've done is buy one, get one. So buy one full session and gift, and it's basically like 2 half price sessions. I don't know if I'll do that this year. I'm kind of just winding down the year right now. I'm doing some kind of limited sessions with that mountain scene that I made for the shelters. Actually, that's a video that's going to come out in a week or two. So I'll show you how I put together this whole cool scene. But I say, Lisa, and everyone watching, when you're trying to think of a marketing idea, kind of think of, if people did this, would I be happy with it? Is it something that they can't get otherwise? Can I really get the word out about it? Is it going to either help my bottom line, help my portfolio, or help a cause? For me, those are kind of usually my touch points. So, I hope everyone's still here. It shows that I only have 2 people live, so I hope my internet's good. But the thing with any marketing idea is that you don't know if it's going to work until you try it. So it's all experiments, it's all data. So I say go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Heather, hope that answers your question, Lisa. Yep, so close. That's helpful. Okay, great. Yeah, good, good, good. Let us know how it goes. Heather, have most of the gear. Some funding must be spent on training. The other funding is for laptop. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to choose a computer. Training. What kind of training? So are you talking about photography training, business training? I'm just curious. And if you've picked one out, we'd all like to know about that. My live is showing I've dipped down to 1 person. So I'm hoping those numbers are just wrong and that my internet's not being wonky. There's no storm or anything here. So hopefully everything's going good. Drop a comment if you're still here. I'm hoping the broadcast didn't drop. It doesn't look like it has, though. I'll just look on my phone. I'm loving the marketing questions and the participation. Thank you, everybody. That's really helpful to everyone, even though maybe I might be answering the question. I think a lot of people, if you have the question, everybody else has the question, right? So, yeah. Oh, okay. Lisa's here. Okay, good. Yeah, I still show it on my phone as live. So great. Yeah. I do want to let y'all know, and if you're on the Pro Pet Photog email list, which is here, if you are on this, you've got an email Friday. Every Friday morning, I send out an email. I want to call it the email club almost, something like that. I think that's cool. If you have followed that, and I know Lisa knows, the marketing course, that big marketing course, is live now. Yeah. The official announcement is going to come out on YouTube on the dedicated video on Friday. But I want to let you know, if you're on the email list, you got a little bit of something in there, just so you know. And you can just find it by going to propetphotog.com. And I'm going to do a little screen share and show you around a little bit too. And I also have some pictures pulled up in Lightroom that we can edit together if you want to see some of the puppers I photographed at the shelter today. It was a gorgeous day. Oh my gosh, like 50s degrees. I just wore this t-shirt. It was so great. Heather. Sorry, specifically dog photography course. Oh, with Photoshop training. Funding must be spent in the UK, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Jess, I don't know her last name, but that Tog Spot, everybody seems to love her Photoshop course. I don't have any courses on Photoshop. I'm not a big whiz when it comes to that, and I'm not really, like, super big on teaching it. I just have a hard time with, like, all the logistics of teaching Photoshop with the cameras and the screen share. But I know Jess at that TogSpot, I'm pretty sure has some good courses for pet photography training specifically. So that'd be a good place to look, Heather, and she's in the UK. Hi, Frank. Frank and I had fun with kittens today at the shelter. I didn't photograph any, but I got to pet them and handle them for him. So I'm glad you were able to stop in, Frank. Yay. Heather, ooh, I've seen a ton of videos about that. I'm not on Apple products anymore, but people seem to love it. So, ooh, that would be exciting. Yeah. How big is that screen? Is that big enough to edit on? I'm so used to I have 2 27-inch monitors right here. I would hate to go smaller. Oh, that's exciting though. Senor Yaxon. Oh my gosh. Okay, you haven't missed a whole lot yet. We're just doing some Q&As. I'm going to give people a little tour of my new marketing course that just went live. Yeah, not everybody knows that yet. Heather, yes, you're going for Jess. Okay, great. Yeah. She there was the Hair of the Dog Summit last week and she taught one of the classes, but I didn't catch it. But she teaches a ton on YouTube. So she is kind of like the go-to for all the editing stuff. She's really into that. So I mean, I'm being kind of lazy over here. Like, well, Jess will teach it. I don't have to teach that about Photoshop. Most of I don't do super the dreamy, it's not really surreal, but just like super, super, super edited stuff like Jess does. And so I mean, I can show you how to take out leashes and do some basic edits and make a nice portrait for your clients. But if you want to know more than that, I would look at Jess's channel. It was a great class, Lisa. Yeah, yeah. She knows her stuff. I don't I feel like I don't want to spend that much time in Photoshop either. I don't know. It People have some nice dreamy looking things though. Yeah. Photos. It's a 13-inch, really? Huh. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's like their slim, like super travel model of computer. It must be, huh? Yeah. But powerful, right? Again, I don't have Apple anymore, but it sounds cool. Not keen on too much editing, but there's funding for it. So yeah. Well, I mean, she teaches all the basics too. So it's not just like the super edited stuff like I call it her dog on a log. Dog on a log in the forest. I just don't have that kind of setting here. You must have a lot looser leash laws in the UK because every video I see, like landscape photographers have their dogs just running everywhere. We have very few places to be off leash. So, grr. You don't have to do the super fancy dog on a log and all this stuff photoshopped out of the background. She also, I'm pretty sure, teaches everything from like white balance to using a speed light to all of the basics too. So I think you're going to get a lot out of it. I haven't actually looked at her course honestly, but just based on what she's put on YouTube, I bet it'll be great. Yeah, and then you can kind of move up to that. Well, that is great. Do you have a timeline in mind, Heather? So when you're gonna kind of launch everything officially, or it kind of just figures when the funding and all that legal stuff goes through? Cool. All right. So I want to screen share for you. Okay. StreamYard has this cool picture in picture thing now. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm excited for you, Heather. Okay. So, hey, Patty. Patty's here. Patty's in the house. Patty's in the house. Here we are on propetphotog.com. And I want to show you this because unless you're on the ProPet Photog email club, I'm going to call it the club now because I kind of like that. You don't know that my new course has launched. Now, I teased this out a little bit ago, talking about 4 different marketing modules I've created, and I spent a ton of time on this, everybody, and I'm offering it at kind of a cheap price, but it's because I know a lot of beginners need this information right now. Like, how do you get clients? Well, you market is one huge way. Uh, yeah, PPA is really going to town on pet photography courses too. Heather, if you're in the UK, it's not worth you joining PPA because it's of America. Um, yeah, but that is a good resource. Yeah. So let's take a look here really quick. Here's the main page of Pro Pet Photog. I just want to give you a little glimpse into the bundle and what I'm doing for that, just in case it's something you're looking into. I know for me, I'm looking forward to January, February. What am I going to do new? What am I going to implement? What are some systems? What is some marketing tactics I'm going to use in the beginning of the year? Kind of as we wrap up this year, making plans for next year. So in case you're in that space, like a lot of us are, even me, this is your chance. Go to courses up here to take a look at the new courses I just published last week. Now you can get the entire bundle, which has all 4 modules and it has all of the Canva templates. So far, I've put up 6 of them, and they all use assets that are in the free Canva account. Okay. So I've tried to use fonts and graphics and everything else that you can use in the free Canva. So you can get the whole bundle if you want, but if you want to dabble and just you think, okay, I want to know more about digital marketing. Actually, I have this on the second screen here. Then go over to digital marketing and you can kind of get a preview of what's in here. You can watch the intro. That's a preview free video. And then you can see there's a way to take notes. There's a resources of any places, vendors that I use, anything like that. And then we have we have social media, blogs, email, podcasts and radio, all that's just on the digital. So let me kind of go back up here. And if we go back to courses, we have the same for physical marketing, outreach marketing, and prospecting. So those are all 4 different ways that you can get clients in your door. So that's what I'm trying to help you with, because once we get everything set up, right, Heather? So we've got our equipment, we got our cameras, we know how to edit. Okay, great. Bring on the clients. So how do we reach them? And then for resources, I've made a bunch, like I said, those free not Canva templates using free Canva account. And so I have all kinds in here. You were asking, Morgan, I think you were asking about business cards. Here's a couple of different templates for business cards in one. Gift certificates, referral cards, rack cards, which are those bigger cards. A drawing entry. So if you go to events, then here's a drawing entry, a card, a clipboard style, flyers, and then all the different, I have all kinds of things on Pro Pet Photo. So I want to make sure that you all know that this is available now. Okay. And if you have any questions about any of these, let me know. Oh, there's my face. Okay, here I'm back. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that was there for you, and you will get the email if you're part of the Pro Pet Photog email club on Friday. I don't have a video coming out, but there's kind of a little gift in there for you on the email club. So you want to make sure that you're on that list. Okay. And that ended up being so much more work. I thought, oh, I just have a few ideas. Oh my gosh, everybody, I spent 12 hours filming. Seriously, sitting down in front of a teleprompter at my desk, just talking straight for 12 hours to make these courses. So I actually ended up putting like stories in there, and just it ended up being a lot meatier than I expected, but you're worth it. Yeah, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Patty, I'm researching banks right now. I need to select a lab. I think selecting a lab will be the fun part. It is. It is fun because, so just before I go on with talk to Patty about that, if you have questions about the marketing course, just let me know. I'm here. Okay. And you can also ask within the Facebook group. There is a private or like a closed Facebook group, bit.ly/ProPetPhotog FB for Facebook. Okay. So I'd love to answer any questions here or there. It doesn't, either way is fine. Let me make that banner go away. Let's go back to your comments. So Patty, yeah. What's cool is like you get all your sample pictures. So Patty's talking about her choosing her print lab. And so often what they do is you set up an account and you prove that you're a pro, things like that. And then you send them sample images. Some are several images, some are one, and then they print those and send them back to you. So you make sure whatever's on your screen matches what you get as a print. Is this what you're looking at? And so you could say, okay, yeah, that, and you feel the paper and the quality and those kind of things. So that's pretty fun. And there's so many labs here in the US to choose from. So that is pretty fun. And keep in mind, you don't have to choose just one. I use 3 different labs. I have one lab for most of my prints, and then I have one lab that I do my canvas wraps at, and I have one lab I do my albums at. So I just prefer it that way. So that is exciting. Yeah. Yay. Heather, waiting for funding first. Okay, then portfolio. So hopefully soon. Seems to have taken a long time. I never do anything halvesy, so that is so true. I'm all in. I'm telling you, I am all in. One thing I say at the end of each one of these courses, there's the 4 modules, is that I pour all of my 5 core values into it. And my 5 core values are caring, creativity, service, dedication, and encouragement. And so I try to pour that into, of course, these courses here on YouTube for all of you, and just everything that I do for clients and in my life too. So all of that is included in the course. So I think you're really going to like it. If marketing is something you're like, okay, I need to look at the options. I need some ideas. I need some resources. What works for people. I'm telling you, I got a ton of information in those courses for a very small fee. So, oh my gosh. And it was such a relief. I think I fell asleep by 6 p.m. on Friday because I'd finally finished the course and sent out the emails. And I also finished putting together the limited edition last minute photo sessions I'm doing at my studio this Saturday. So there's a lot of moving pieces with the signups for that. So I did those 2 things, and I finished one client's video production order. I was spent. I was just meh, done. Friday night, we were going to go out to dinner. I was like, I can't hardly move off the couch. So you're right. I do not have these at all. Yeah. Yay, Lisa, I can't wait to get your feedback too. I'd love to hear. These courses are cool, and the platform that I host them on is very customizable. So I can always add more to these courses too. So that's exciting. And I had originally thought I would make that dog photography 101 course that goes with my cat photography 101. I made, my goodness, 5 years ago now. That probably needs updating. So the dog photography 101 course will probably be sometime next year. I just thought that this one was so much more timely and so much more needed. Especially like, I think a lot of us underestimate how good we are at photography. um, but then it kind of comes to that roadblock of, okay, where are the clients going to come from? How can I reach them? What are the ways? So I'm hoping it'll be very helpful. Hoping it'll be helpful. It will be helpful. Yeah. Yeah. I have other announcements coming up for next year too, but I think I'm going to make kind of some videos revealing some of that in January. So I'm clearly so excited. I've barely taken a breath. Yay. It's so glad to have everyone here too. I keep looking over here because that's the side of my screen. I told you I have a ginormous screen that everyone's questions come on. So it's good to see everyone. How was your fall? Was it everything you thought it would be or hoped it would be? I know we live in weird times, so you might be under different restrictions in your area, which will definitely affect everybody. Um, but that figured in. How was your fall? I think my fall particularly went pretty well. I'm happy. I was extremely busy in October, but That's okay. I was ready for it. I knew I would be, and I call October kind of my season of sacrifice. I know it's gonna be a lot, and then I'll take some downtime. So I just feel very fortunate. I had, several very good clients do photo sessions in the fall. We had a really giant long fall, beautiful fall here in Colorado. And then I had 2 video productions, which is perfect. I would love to have 2 video productions and 5 or so photo sessions a month. That would be perfect for me at the averages that I have. So, how did your fall go? Lisa, going to drop in this week at a dog massage place to offer my canvas display for marketing. I'm excited and a little scared. Oh my gosh, it is so scary to walk in like that, right? You know what I found though, Lisa? We're always like super scared. And then you walk in and they're like, "Oh, we'd love to talk to you." I get so many nice people that I even was doing some door to door marketing for my video production this fall. And I've just paused that just because I'll be taking December off. And even the places that weren't letting anyone inside, a lot of vet offices are like that. They would meet me at the door. Oh, hey, oh gosh, like take them a treat, some human treats. And they were just so happy to meet me and say hi and a fellow pet professional. And we just have such a nice industry, I think. So it'll be fine. But I totally understand the nerves. Totally. I would schedule 5 of those a week and I was exhausted. I would stop in at 5 different pet businesses to talk about my video business. Oh, it's nerve-wracking. But definitely have a leave behind of some kind, whether it's, like a snack or some kind of resource for them, and they'll be ecstatic. I used to work at a vet office, and every time we had one particular rep, I can't remember what they repped for. I don't know, could have been food or drugs or something, and they always brought M&Ms. And at the time, I could eat peanuts. They always brought a big bag of peanut M&Ms with the sticker of their company on it, and it's like I could see them in the parking lot. Oh my god, here comes the rep with the M&Ms. Would love that. And when you go to places, they're so used to like having dog treats everywhere. Getting a human treat is extra, extra special. So you didn't ask for any advice there, Lisa, but there you go. Yeah. I'm kind of sort of thinking about making like a Christmas postcard or like end of year holiday kind of postcard. Thank you for everything this crazy year kind of postcard, and maybe doing a headshot drop in kind of event in January at my studio. So I might, if I get all my ducks in a row, that's the nice, polite way to say it. If I get all my ducks in a row, I may end up printing that just like through Vistaprint or something and sending it out to just clients and other pet-based businesses just as a, "Hey, we made it." Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pet people are lovely. Yeah. This is take notes, Heather. You could do this. You could. Yeah. Pretty soon. You're welcome. Check in with me. I'd love to know how it goes. Let's see. Did you say you're going to one place? Okay, dog massage. Ooh, okay. So here's what Lisa's doing right. What I think is genius about this is she's going somewhere where maybe it's a relaxing environment. Maybe it's a place that people spend maybe a little beyond what they would normally, just like everyday needs for their dogs. Like, yeah, they're going to get food, they're going to get regular vet care, but a dog massage is just that one level up. And it would be beautiful in a nice, peaceful setting like a dog massage place to have her work with, some rat cards and a sign for her company. And then maybe they can give out her business cards at the front counter, kind of a thing. So that's a perfect kind of place to pair up and have these business partners that you can decorate their space as long as they say, "Oh, it was by Lisa's studio. Isn't it lovely?" Yeah. So I love that. Yeah, I don't know if we have a brick and mortar doggy massage here. We have some people that kind of go to your home, I think, or they do it in conjunction maybe with a grooming shop, but that's something to look into. Good idea. Oh my gosh, Heather, I tell you what, me and my ideas, that is kind of one of the things that Steve I'll wake up with an idea. It'll be like 5 a.m. "I've got an idea," and he'll say like, "Only one?" I love ideas. I can't possibly implement all of my ideas, but that's okay. I keep lists and, I have I have things in the background that I can work on, but yeah. Yeah, Lisa, I do in the course, in the marketing course, I have a whole section in the physical marketing module about, displays. It's I don't remember how long it is, but I thought it was huge. So there's a whole section of the physical marketing module that's all about displays. Yay. Your wife calls it the hamster wheel. Hey now. Well, the waking up, like, with massive ideas, right? Uh, Here's my hamster wheel idea. That'd be cute, though. That's cute. Yeah, hamsters are cute. Yeah. Senor Yaxon. Got one last major doggy daycare photo shoot this year and a few private sessions. Woohoo! I need to start marketing more next year for sure. I'll be watching all your videos soon. Awesome, awesome. And if you go over to Pro Pet Photog, they're priced very reasonably. I'm not gonna say cheap, but they're $25 a module. So, if that's something you think, okay, I want to know more about this kind of marketing, it might be a good place to start. All right. Um, Another thing that we sometimes call the hamster wheel is cosmic ray thoughts. Steve's degree is officially in physics, and he wanted that degree so he could learn how stars work. So he always says things like that, cosmic ray thoughts. Yeah, randomness, right? I just filmed the video for Friday a couple days ago, and I'm going to talk all about the marketing course. Um, but I also am talking about how I'm kind of trying to set up next year to be kind of as good as this year. Like, I started the year with a 3-month intensive with Jeff Shaw, and we set so many things in place that were habits and daily routines and strategy type things. He kind of combines everything in what he calls an ecosystem, the self employed ecosystem. And I just can't even tell you how much more of a peaceful year that I had because I had so much more of these tools to use. I did have a video a couple months ago or so talking about how, not every day is ideal. We see a lot of these videos out there like, here's my morning routine, and this is why I'm so awesome because I do this stuff every single day. Like, that doesn't really happen. We know that. But I tell you what, the more I can implement some of these morning routine and daily routine things, just to give me peace and keep me on track because it's so easy to be shiny, shiny, shiny. There's this and that and this and that, which I suffered with so much. Like, I have so many ideas. Which ones do I implement? And so taking this time to do a one-on-one course, not course, but coaching with Jeff Shaw really helped set up the rest of my year. And so I find when I implement the things that I've learned from him, then my day is so peaceful. Sometimes I have a giant long list of things and I'm done by 2 or 3. And I'm just going, how is this happening? How is this happening? And so I'm trying to think of ways that I can move into next year and beyond, setting up the same kind of environment, but going even farther with it and having bigger goals and different goals. And so I'm excited for that video to come out for you on Friday too. Systems for your personal life, just like systems for your business life. Yeah, in a way. Yeah. And it's not even just like, um, yeah, thank you. It's systems for me personally. Like, I don't really have a ton of systems around the house anymore because it's Steve and I. Back in the day when I had 5 kids and they were all in different schools and they were all into different extracurriculars all the time, and it was a very chaotic life. So I did have more things in place then. But like, we go grocery shopping every weekend, like usually on Sunday afternoon, we go grocery shopping. And we have dinner outs on Friday or ordered in. We have a couple of things. We have coffee together every day. But for some of my personal things, like we talked about in that video, like I've learned how to kind of use the Calm app and try meditation. And I've done that quite a bit this year. Oh, Does that start your day off well? And I've got my rowing machine. I had to fix it. The water tank sprung a leak. So I had to get the repair kit, but I've got my rowing machine now. And I do my affirmations as I look out the window, and then I listen to a podcast, like, and then I have my 4 trains of my businesses, and I know that I'm gonna work on these 4 things. If they don't go under these 4 things, I'm probably not gonna do it. There are sometimes people reach out to me, "Can you volunteer for this?" I'm like, "No." It just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. If it's not my photo or video services for Silver Paw Studio, then it's things I'm doing for you here on YouTube and Pro Pet Photog, or it's things that I'm doing on the newly formed Cattail Chronicles with Steve, the YouTube channel, and we're working on that being something he can do when he retires in 2 years. So I've got these 4 trains that I work on, and things need to be within that. So I've got all these cool things, and it's just been such a nice year. And even though I'm taking December off, I know these thoughts will just simmer away in the back of my mind, and I'm just going to hit the ground running in January. And I'm doing the same thing you all are doing. What am I doing for marketing next year? How am I reaching clients? What am I going to do for my content? What am I going to offer? I'm going to upgrade all of my pricing and products. Lisa, I think about what you and I talked about, and I'm going to implement some of that myself. Like, I was looking at my price list the other day going, I think I combine all these. I can combine these. I can combine these. How can I simplify it, but still make a profit and make the clients even less confused? So can I do these 3 categories of products or something? So I'm definitely going to work on my pricing next year. I've got some other cool things that we'll take, that I'll be doing next year too, but I'm not gonna spoil everything for you today. You gotta come back for more. I'm gonna have so much to say when we do our Q&A in January. Hello. Patty, you should do a video on the pros and cons of photo competitions. Oh, I think people need to put those in perspective because they can surely feed into the imposter syndrome. Thank you, Patty. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. And Lisa, I'd like to know what you think of that as well. We had a discussion in the Facebook group, and whoever else saw this discussion in the Facebook group, what do you all think of competitions? Why do you enter them? And there's a ton of them. Yeah. Oh, so Lisa, you agree with Patty. Okay. There's a lot of them. And I know there's a lot of good things that can come out of competitions, but I have a very different take on competitions. And I've wanted to make this video for probably a year or two, but every time I think about it and I talk with Steve, he's like, no, no, no. It does this and this and this. I'm like, no, I don't think it does. you know, we think a lot of this is going to happen, but then it doesn't. So I've won big competitions. Do my clients know? No. And were they a while ago? Yeah. So you'd have to win a big competition every year to keep that top of mind. I don't know. I have some opinions. So let me write that down. I don't want to do anything too heavy for December. So I'm trying not to do like pricing and all that kind of stuff for December because I think people are kind of checked out. I'm going to do some fun things, but not totally like a whole bunch of strategy stuff in December. So I'm going to save some of that. Competition. Lisa, I entered so I could have the award-winning verbiage on my website. Yep. Yeah. Heather would love to hear your take on competitions. And honestly, years ago, what was happening with just general photography competitions was this was a way that companies could just say, now your pictures are mine. So I haven't even gone into that. Years and years ago, people were like, oh, I'll enter like the Bisquick photo competition and this competition. And the fine print said, and we can use your pictures however we want. So it was a way for them to get free photography from everybody as a stock library. And that drove me nuts too. But, camera clubs have competitions, and those, I think, those have helped me grow so much. When I very first started in camera club, especially, one of these pictures would go up on a screen and they'd say, well, this would be distracting. And this is why. I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. So I learned a ton about photography. And I think that's a huge, huge bonus of competitions. Yeah. Okay. Heather wants to hear my take. I have a hot take, as people say on TikTok. Camera Club does them monthly, but I look at them as more educated. Oh my gosh, Patty, we're reading each other's minds. How are we doing that? Exactly. Yes. Senor Yaxon, photo competitions are always interesting for me from my experience. I usually use it for any critiques and educational reasons. Yeah, yeah, good deal. President constantly remind us they are subjective. Oof, that is the truth. That is so the truth. Good point. And yeah, I should make a video. I think there's a lot of pros and cons, but I think like Lisa and Patty started this off with, it could really bring us down a notch too. If we go, "Oof, that didn't score well," based on their subjective thinking of my photo. Obviously, they have some criteria in their focus and exposure and whatever composition. So some of those technical things, but even to a point, those are subjective too, I would argue. So sometimes it could really flare up our imposter syndrome and make us think, oh my gosh, we're no good. Oh my gosh. And what's really hard is that when we are doing really well or our clients are loving our imagery, okay, then I didn't do very good in competition. So what's going on here? Or if we're just starting out and we don't think we're good enough to sell to our clients, that could hurt our business. Like, I do not take award-winning photos. My interview with Arica Dorf with the van, she said she never merits, but she enters, you know? Um, so I think it could be really hard on our psyche. So just if you can keep it in mind that, this is educational, okay, but it's hard, when you don't even place and you did a good job and your clients say you did a good job. Lisa, your picks are close to your heart. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go through and rewatch this for all these great points. That is so, so true. It's really hard to pull the images away from you. So I think like I have considered doing the PPA master's program just so I know, okay, I'll have a solid groundwork and then start putting things in just for merit every year just to do it, although it's expensive. Um, just so I can maybe make a special session for it. So if I said, you know what, I want to enter this into competition. This is what a lot of people do for PPA anyway. They're like, I want to do this theme and I want to highly edit it or highly stylize it, whatever it is. And then they have their own pets, so they bring someone else's pets in and they specifically do a photo shoot for the competition. So that might be a way to go too, which I think is a pretty healthy way to go about it. So yeah, it's so hard. Sometimes we just know we have that, what do they call it on Instagram? A banger image. We're like, oh my gosh, like everything came together. One thing I love about this photo is that it's as an actual summer Colorado thunderstorm brewing back there. Those are thunder clouds and it was about to rain on us. And we're in a field and those are the Rockies. And to me, I just love that image. It probably wouldn't merit at all, but to me, like, I love it. So that would be a hard one for me to pull away from my heart, and that was a friend of mine. Frank, if someone puts down cold hard cash for an image, I'm happy. And there's that. I these clients I had this fall were awesome, but I always try to think, okay, what's my favorite image? Because they often ask, like when you're in the sales meeting, right? Oh, I can't decide. What's your favorite? And I'll tell them my favorite. I will. And usually kind of they're both favorites for one reason or another, but I'll just tell them. And even at that, sometimes they're like, you know what? I'd really just like this one of us, doing this thing over here. I'm like, okay, if you're gonna walk in your house and you're happy to see that, I love it for you. Yes. So it's really hard to know. They bought a really big canvas of one of the pictures that wasn't as posed. They were just, but it was a gorgeous scene. So you just don't know. They were willing to pay for that. Would it ever win an award? No, not at all. But they paid for it, right? So just kind of again comes back to what do you want to get out of a competition? Okay, Patty. Oh my gosh, I think you've convinced me. I don't know if I want to do that for December. I have 2 more spots to fill for my December content. I think maybe 3. I have a lot to do. Bah, bah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe 3. Okay, what does Senior Axon say? Do you think photo competitions can be a way of marketing? Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's what Lisa was talking about. So you can say you're award winning, which I think is fantastic. Consider lots of other ways though. Ooh, I should put this in the I'm gonna make some notes. I'll go back through and watch this to make notes. Um, if you are in an area that has a pretty good sized, what's it called? County fair, a county fair. Sometimes they have excellent photo areas, and somehow you even have pro categories. So you could always enter that in the summer. And then you have your actual ribbon, which is pretty cool. There's also local competitions that aren't specifically pet photography, but maybe, the bank or somebody is having a photo competition for local artists. That would be cool. There's all kinds of ways, which I think that would go a lot farther for your marketing efforts. You can say, oh my gosh, y'all remember that photo competition the bank did for us people in this town? I won it. Isn't that awesome? You can do your PR, your press release, the whole thing, and keep that on your website. So definitely, yeah, I think that's all awesome. Yeah. And you know what? Feel free to put all that kind of stuff on your own website too. So if you have something that maybe you don't have an official badge for it from 3 years ago, and you're like, oh yeah, I did win that competition, put it on your website. If there's a link to it from someone else's blog or whatever, you can still do that. I don't think we credit ourselves enough for our accomplishments. Right? So, or if you're a judge, you judge something, there's all kinds of ways to market yourself. Gee, I don't even go into that in the course. Yeah. I won the best in show or whatever it's called at a huge, huge county fair one year, and I had a write up in the newspaper. The newspaper came out and they were making write-ups for everybody who got the best in shows through the fair. So here I was next to my big ribbon and picture. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do that. Now that you kinda got me thinking, I've got those cosmic ray thoughts going on. Agricultural shows in your area, and they have photo competitions. Ooh. I have actually been in the past judges for photo competitions. You could be the, superintendent. I was really dismayed when I moved here to my area of Colorado that their big county fair really isn't that big. I think that maybe Denver has a bigger one. I'm not really sure. I don't know why this fair isn't that big. And they have a little bit of a photo section, but I thought someday maybe I'll be photo superintendent again. I'm not sure. It's a lot of work. So back when I did it, I would take a vacation because that particular fair was a 10-day fair. And so it was a 14-day ordeal to be superintendent, and it was a lot of work. But it was really cool to see all the entries. How we doing on time? Oh my goodness, it's 10 till already, 12 till. What other questions do you have? I think this is an amazing conversation, by the way. Thank you for bringing that up, Patty. I think I do wanna say something about that, whether it's December, January, February, somewhere in there. Um, and as I wrap up, I'm closing out on my 3rd full year on YouTube. So thank you all for being here with me on this crazy journey. What videos would you like to see? If you have any special requests for upcoming, like the competition video, let me know. Uh, I always have ideas, but I want it to be something that you like. So, I really love to talk more about the business end too, and of course, take you along on photo shoots, which is part of what, is my special announcement for next year. But I'm kind of keeping it under wraps because I want it to be kind of a cool announcement. So you'll be able to go along with me on more things next year. But I also kind of want to talk more about the business stuff, kind of just sitting down and just having a little talk. I'm really liking those and I think they're landing well with you. So what do you have to say? Thanks. Oh, that would be great. I would like to get to 2K at this point. My videos just haven't taken off. I don't know. Maybe I'm too niche, maybe I'm too funky. Whatever it is, it's fine. Yay. Yeah, thanks. I know. 3 years of videos every single week. So that's hundreds and hundreds that's hundreds of videos. I've done well, because last year I did a video every single day. So I've got well over 200 videos that I've produced here on YouTube. So there's a lot to look at. Lisa, more business stuff. Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, I'd love to do that. I keep talking about doing pricing, and since I'll be revamping mine, I'll be talking about kind of my strategy for pricing, not my pricing, but my strategy for pricing. How about the best way to invoice and receive money? Oh, interesting. Maybe like how to make a frictionless interaction in that phase. Or let's see. Oh, my one of my favorite pens is trying to fall apart. That's not cool. Let's see, pricing, paying. Yeah, okay. I like it. Let's see. Ooh, oh my gosh, Arica. Yes. Yeah. Wasn't she generous? That was Oh my gosh, I tried to put that in one video and just no, it was way too much. So hope you don't mind the cliffhanger of the part 2, but it's all out there now. Um, yeah, I have another person that out of Denver that I'm going to interview, but he's up to his eyeballs with work. So I'm hoping I need to message him actually to message him and have that video come out in December. Ah, one thing I want to do is the different ways that you can run your business. Like Arica has once a year, she does a tour of the country. This person I'm going to interview in Denver, he has a photo studio in a trailer. It's pretty cool. There are so many different ways, whether you want to be a custom studio, you want to be a high volume studio, a specialty studio, inside, outside. There's just so many ways. And I'd love to do a video on ways to be, um, oh gosh, business models. And I think I'm going to do that pretty early in the year. It's fascinating. I just think it's so interesting. Software vendor. Oh yeah, all of the different softwares. Yeah, yeah. You know, I have a fellow YouTuber friend, and she's like, "You gotta do some software stuff." I'm like, "Okay." She's really good at those videos, so that's probably why she says that. Yeah, did you like her? She was so sweet, and if you're gonna be at imaging, well, Heather, you probably won't be. She's teaching a pre-con class, so Patty, maybe you can catch her pre-con class. But if you're a member of PPA, she is in that. I think Patty, you were saying that somebody was. She already has classes up there too about the business side. She's extremely knowledgeable about that end. Yeah. It just really made me think about, okay, Arica works 3, 4 months a year and makes all the money she needs. She makes 6 figures working 3 months a year. It's possible. And she's not the best photographer. And like, that's what she said. She said that she's not the best. I'm not saying anything about her work. I think it's gorgeous. But she's like, I'm an average photographer and I'm living this lifestyle I want. So it's possible to like do all black and white or do like in the park or, just there's so many ways. And that actually is really exciting. So I'm going to put a star next to that one because I really like it. Yeah. And I do think, yeah, some of the software stuff, I can dig into some of those a little bit too and do some screen recordings. That might be pretty helpful. I've done quite a few different softwares over the years. Yeah. Let's see. Did I get all of your questions? I think so. One more reminder to check out Pro Pet Photog over here. Let's see. Let's go to the main Pro Pet Photog. And if you scroll down, you will see the whole bundle for the new marketing courses. And if we go to just courses, you'll see the individual modules and you'll see that they're priced very reasonably. And if you're on the email club, if you're in the email club, you'll be getting a little something, something in email. Yeah, that's right. On Friday. What else do I want to tell you? Obviously, there's the Facebook group. I think most of you are in that want to be in it. Instagram, I've been pretty lame at lately, so don't look at that. If you want to watch me and my husband tromp around Colorado and beyond with our cameras and be super goofy, go to Cattail Chronicles YouTube channel. I have one video over there that's already at like 10,000 views. Can you believe that? I'm so shocked right now. That channel is doing really well, and it's super fun. Super fun. If you want to see more of my goofiness, check out Cattail Chronicles. Yay. All right. You're welcome, Lisa. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Woohoo. All right. We've got officially 6 more minutes, but we can wrap it up if y'all are tired. I think that's all I had to go over with you today. I really wanted to let you know about the marketing course and answer any of your questions for the last time this year. If you're in that Facebook group, we all kind of share knowledge in there, so that's awesome. But this is your one-to-one video type of Q&A, and so the next one will be sometime in January. I'm not going to commit on a date yet. I know my daughter will be visiting with my grandbaby, but I think that'll be close to the first. So should still work to do the 3rd Monday. So we'll see about that. Okay. So definitely keep those notifications on here on YouTube because if you have questions, that's an excellent time. You can always schedule a one-to-one with me on the Pro Pet Photog too. So I'm available for that, not in December, but the rest of this month and next year, of course. So I can always do a one-to-one with you and we can talk about all kinds of things. I really love doing those. And I send you a nice little write-up about it later. He loved the Cattail Chronicles. Visiting the US of A. That's right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I want to go beyond Colorado too, which in most years I do. But with COVID and everything, we just haven't traveled that much. So maybe next summer when I'm in the Pacific Northwest, I can do a video there for Cattail Chronicles. I don't know. I really want to go to the beach in Oregon or probably Washington State. Anyway, you like Cattail Chronicles too, Patty? Yay, thank you. It's a fun channel. I'm pretty much me. I'm goofy me, but then you get to see goofy husband too. And see us. And he's so like when we go out, you could totally see our personalities. So he's standing there with a camera on a tripod and a gimbal, and he's setting up each shot. And he's patient with the light, and he's like when we're doing like landscape stuff. And I'm over here, like changing lenses 3 times, and over here and over there, and oh, the sunset, and oh, the bird, and oh, look at over here. It's pretty funny. It's pretty fun. We've had a blast. The whole point of that was to get us out of the house and get us walking down a trail with our cameras because we kept saying, "Oh, we need to get out of the house." And we've done that a lot now, which is fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. We're all done on that channel with our Santa Fe trip. And now we're going to go into some videos that we filmed in September and October for the fall colors. Ooh, so if you want to see fall in Colorado, probably the next 4 videos, we'll have 2 that show colors, one that's talking about waterfall photography, ooh, and one where we saw a moose. We saw 3 moose. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for that video. So exciting. So exciting. I mean, it's dangerous, but it's exciting. So that's going on over there. Thanks, Frank. Yes. And Steve's taking a staycation over Thanksgiving week. What is that next week? I'm losing my mind. And so maybe we'll get a chance to go out and do some more stuff. We've been having amazing winter sunrises here. Wow. Just gorgeous. Yeah. So I'd love to share that with you all too. I'm a little bit into YouTube. Okay. I'm thinking about maybe doing a video here on YouTube about Canva video too, because I did that one maybe a year ago. But if anyone is doing reels or any kind of short videos for social, it's so easy in Canva, even the free version. So they've added a ton more. So I might do another video on using Canva also. Yeah, yeah. What's cool about the resources that I've made for the courses over in Pro Pet Photog is that you'll get this PDF and it has a link, and that link goes right to your Canva account and opens up the template in your Canva. Bam, that's all you have to do. Super cool. Super cool. I have a couple more templates I need to add to that too. But you can buy them separate from the course too. They're only like single things. So all right, everybody. I think I'm going to wrap it up now. I'm gonna wrap it up. So amazing to see you. Oh my gosh. Happy holidays, happy end of the year. I hope it just the year ends very, really well for you, and then we can kick everything off again the first of the year next year. I will miss you in the meantime on these live streams. Um, and gosh, I just really, really, really wish the best for you. I want to see your pet photography dreams come true. I really do. That's kind of my whole thing now on this channel is I want to make your pet photography dreams come true too, whatever those look like. So let's think about that as we head into the new year and round out this year. Um, I got good vibes going your way. And what do we always say at the end of the show? Say it with me. I even had Arica say this. As always, I wish you many woofs, purrs, and TREATSs. Okay, I'm going, everyone. Okay, bye. Happy end of year. You're all awesome. You're awesome.